With the Super Mario Galaxy movie coming out in around 3 months, it had me thinking, what exactly is Rosalina's role going to be in the movie? Rosalina is a big character in the Super Mario Galaxy games, a new introduced character, and I really wanted to see what is her role going to be in the movie? A brand new character that exactly we're going to see. As we know, a lot of inspiration from the Super Mario Galaxy game. At the beginning of the movie, we see these big celebrations of everything going on. But I think what they're going to do is they're going to translate it to the games. The games, at the beginning, we saw a big celebration of everything going down, all the games, all the fun stuff. But I think what's going to happen is, I think that's what's going to be around the beginning of the movie. We're going to get the Starbit Festival. They're all going to start coming in and stuff like that. Then I think Rosalina is going to be in the picture saying, I need help. My kingdom is being captured by Bowser Jr. and the Koopalings. I do think she's going to go to Mario for help. I do think that's what's going to be her first introduction in. She's going to come in. She's going to be like, hey, I'm getting kidnapped by the Koopalings and we are forced to flee. Those are going to be all the Starbits coming in, and Mario and Peach are like, huh, what's going on here? What's going on here? That's exactly what it's going to be first. Her first introduction. It's going to be the Starbits coming in, and those are going to be all the stars and the Lumas escaping the Koopalings taking over their kingdom. I think that's what's going to be the main role at the beginning of the movie. We're going to see the Starbits come in, turning into Lumas, and it's going to be like Rosalina's going to be coming in saying, I need help, I need help, I need help, stuff like that. Rosalina's going to introduce herself. Princess Peach is going to be like, oh my god, I didn't know there was another princess around here. That's going to be our first introduction to Rosalina. I think it's going to be very simple, very easy to understand. Hey, my kingdom's getting kidnapped by the Koopalings, I need help. Then we see in the trailer, we see Mario and Luigi split with Princess Peach and Toad. I do think Rosalina is in some of those scenes, obviously. Maybe she, you know what I think they might do is, I think Mario and Luigi will be like, hey, I'm going to take my side. Princess Peach and Toad are they're going to take their side. And I think Rosalina will actually be sitting in the Mushroom Kingdom until Mario, Luigi, and Princess Peach and Toad return. I think that's what's going to happen, because if we see when Rosalina gets introduced into the movie and we see the, Super Mario Galaxy villain first get introduced, that kind of looks like the Mushroom Kingdom. I do think what's going to happen is that Rosalina is going to kind of babysit the Mushroom Kingdom until Princess Peach, Toad, Mario, and Luigi come back, because she can't leave. She can't leave the Mushroom Kingdom because, again, her place is getting taken over. So that's what it's going to be. I think she's going to babysit the Mushroom Kingdom. I do think Rosalina is going to have a big role, but I do think the majority of the film is going to get a lot of action between Mario and Luigi. That was one of the main criticisms of the first Super Mario Bros. Movie. We didn't get a lot of, Mario and Luigi going on those adventures, going on the different levels. We saw it at the beginning, when they're doing the whole plumbing thing, but with Luigi getting kidnapped, and it was Mario and Donkey Kong really doing a lot of the work, and Princess Peach, that's what we're going to get. We know we're going to get Captain Toad introduced into the Super Mario Galaxy movie. The inclusion of Yoshi, I think Yoshi also is not going to have a speaking role, but I think his main role is going to be, Mario's going to end up going to a galaxy where he sees the shell. He's going to be like, what's the shell? He's going to jump on it. Yoshi's going to get introduced. Similar to Galaxy 2, because if you think of Galaxy 2, that's exactly what they did. Galaxy 2 was Mario jumped onto the shell, Yoshi got introduced. That's exactly what's going to happen. If we go back to Rosalina, I think the majority of it's going to be babysitting the Mushroom Kingdom, babysitting stuff like that. Now, we saw some scenes of the Comet Observatory getting leaked out there on certain pictures and stuff like that. I do think that's going to be happening towards the end of the movie, because if Rosalina's main goal is to escape them getting kidnapped, I do think she's going to be with the Lumas going to the Mushroom Kingdom, and then obviously situating there and being like, hey, I need help and stuff like that. I don't think the Comet Observatory, I think that's going to be late, like we see the end of Super Mario Galaxy, where the Comet Observatory is moving, it's in full force, it's moving around and stuff like that. I do think that's going to be the big thing at the end, that Rosalina gets to go home, be with all the Lumas at the Comet Observatory, and she's going to say something like, oh, hey, you should visit sometime, etc. and stuff like that. I do think that's what it's going to be. She's going to be kind of like a escaping the Koopalings. I do think that's going to be her main role. I do think obviously at the end, where it's the Koopalings versus Mario and Luigi, I do think obviously she will be in there as well with Yoshi, with Princess Peach. It's going to be an all-out battle, similar to like we saw in the first movie, because with sequels like this, what the original does, what the Super Mario movie originally did, is that it established a ground of who these characters are. We have Mario, we have Luigi, they're plumbers trying to make it through the Mushroom Kingdom, and then we have Princess Peach, that's a princess, then we have the Toads, then we have Donkey Kong disappointing his dad, and the whole spill. They're introduced the characters. Now, you kind of want to introduce Rosalina in the same way, but the problem is, since it's a sequel, you got to be really careful how you introduce it, because you don't want the origin of Rosalina to be so long. We know Princess Peach, went through a pipe. Are we going to get more Princess Peach backstory? Maybe Princess Peach is like, oh, I didn't know there was other princesses out there. That's when we get Daisy and we get all the rest of the characters. That could be something we see as well. The thing is with the sequel, and especially how it's going into Super Mario Galaxy, which is my favorite game of all time. Super Mario Galaxy 2 is my favorite game of all time. So this is really exciting to see. I'm really interested to see how they're going to introduce Rosalina, because again, Yoshi, I think Yoshi's going to kind of be like an egg. Mario's going to hop on, oh my god, it's Yoshi, and then Yoshi's trying to tell him, hey, like, ride my back, go on top of me, and then Mario gets accustomed to it. That's very simple for Yoshi. We don't have to get a backstory of Yoshi, where he came from, Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's Woolly World, or whatever the whole thing is. But for Rosalina being a speaking character, we're really going to have to see what the heck are they going to talk about. Same thing with Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. is another aspect of the movie of how are they going to introduce him. Where is the lore of Bowser had a son? The Koopalings. Koopalings are also rumored to be in the movie, which I do think as well. How are they going to do it? So I do think Rosalina is going to have a big role. She's going to be escaping the Koopalings. Koopalings trying to take over her kingdom, but do you think she's gonna babysit the Mushroom Kingdom while Mario and Luigi, as we saw, they go to the Odyssey Land, they go to all these different places. Princess Peach is going to like the gambling roulette table like we saw in Super Mario Sunshine. They're gonna be going to a lot of galaxies, which is really cool to see, man. They're gonna get into a star, they're gonna get into a launch star. Bro, that's gonna be hype, man. For all the kids who played Galaxy 2, bro, this is like next level type of stuff. But I'm really excited to see like with the surprises. I know we got some decent reports that Wario and Waluigi might be in the film. That would be pretty cool, but again, like you can't have this cluster dumpster of a bunch of characters, respectfully. You have Yoshi and Rosalina, which again, and Bowser Jr. and the Koopalings, and Bowser's gonna escape. So again, like what are they gonna do? Like, is Bowser gonna turn evil? What are they exactly gonna do? But man, guys, I am so hyped for the Super Mario Galaxy 2 movie. It's probably my most hyped movie of 2026. You have a Doomsday, you have Spider-Man No Way Home, you have, you know, obviously all the great movies out there, the Odyssey. But I'm really excited for Super Mario Galaxy, man. But guys, what do you think Rosalina's role is gonna be? Do you think she's gonna be a main character? Do you think she's gonna take over? What do you think her role is gonna be? And how accurate do you think my theory is about Rosalina's role? Let me know in the comments, guys. But if you guys can, hit that like button, hit that sub button. We're posting new videos every single day, whether it's FNAF, Mario, Sonic, the Avengers, anything out there, man. Guys, let me know what you guys want to see next. Amen. I'll see you guys in the next video.